Alhamdulillah, I've already raised £23,000 with your help for Sudan. I'm sure you've heard by now, a lot of bloodshed happening in Sudan. They need our help. They need our assistance. I'm going to leave the link in the description. 100% donation policy. Make sure you guys donate. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've heard by now, the Jeffrey Epstein files, or at least about half of them, have been released, and that is all people are talking about. Well, normal people anyway. You're not going to hear people like R0binson or these far-right guys talk about it. We already know Donald Trump was saying stuff like, I haven't had the privilege to go to Epstein's island, and when being probed on it, he's saying things like it's fake news. Very interesting. But the most interesting thing that I want to start with is this. Yeah, and indeed it is on my Twitter page, as you guys can see. What religion was Epstein, and how many times has the media mentioned it? Let's have a look. Somebody asked Grok, which is the AI of X. Let's see. Jeffrey Epstein was Jewish, born to Jewish parents in Brooklyn, and involved in Jewish philanthropy, like funding a Hillel building at Harvard. Media mentions of his religion appear in outlets like the Forward, Times of Israel, and occasionally CNN, noting his Jewish American ties in Israeli politics contexts, not in terms of his religion, or the fact that he's inspired by it, or the fact that we need to start talking about the Torah or the Talmud. Quantifying exact moments is challenging, but it's not central in most crime coverage from sources like New York Times, BBC, or Fox. In other words, it's not there. Who the hell reads the Forward? They didn't say, yes, he's committed these sex abuse scandals. By the way, he's Jewish, Here's a picture of him with the Torah. Here's a picture of him quoting the Bible. They don't do that. And another thing I wanted to say was, look at this. Epstein quoted the Bible. And then I asked the question, was he inspired by it? Will the Bible be banned, revised, or blamed? Of course not. As you can see, he's quoting Ezekiel, Isaiah, Deuteronomy, Exodus, which is regarded as, well, they call it the Torah, but it's also known as the Pentateuch. That's the Greek, by the way, Now, this sister makes a very good point. Jewish grooming gang. Because I'm sure you guys know some mad stuff was happening in those files, These rich people, we already know, It's not conspiracy anymore. A lot of people are saying that a lot of things that these conspiracy guys said, they're no longer a conspiracy. And those people that claim, we don't believe in any conspiracies. That's a very weird way of thinking about the world, that you believe that the rich and the powerful are completely telling the truth. And any lies that they're saying, they're telling you and admitting, and the news are going to expose it. It's a very naive way of looking at the world. Then again, there are people that just talk about conspiracies, and then when asked about evidence, they don't have any, and they end up looking very foolish as well. So it is important about striking that balance, and also not admitting to everybody that you follow conspiracies. Let's see what is on my feed, because everyone's talking about it, and let's see what people are saying. Okay, so Sneako's going, why the F would you go to the island? So this is Ghislaine Maxwell, the right-hand woman of Jeffrey Epstein. And Piers is, he's not having any of that. I will sue you. That's probably because of this go to the island. I probably should have been a bit more specific. Should say, why are you friends with a child sex abuser? Or a GROOMER. Gonna do a lot of spelling tests today, so we don't get this video flagged. And R0binson has woken up. After so many people calling him out, he finally decides to wake up. Epstein and Steve Bannon discuss R0binson in newly released files. Messages show convicted PDF and former Trump strategist discussing the far-right British activist. What did they say? Bannon replied, calling R0binson the backbone of England. Epstein replied, that's why the pound is so low. Bannon goes cheap at any price. So he's getting violated even by his friends. And this is somebody who Tommy Robinson is trying to push. You know, you've probably seen him. And in a secret recording, he goes, Tommy Robinson's support base is brain dead. This is what his own circle think about him and his followers. This was very interesting. Tommy Robinson's weirdly silent on Epstein grooming gang allegations. You can see over here, Epstein files expose his links with Europe's far right. Disgraced billionaire's emails reveal his celebration of Tommy Robinson's freedom. Also, Mr. Epstein was a fan of Mr. Robinson. Of course, makes sense. Epstein files show Kaaba cloth pieces from Makkah shipped to him via UAE-linked contacts. So apparently this is a businesswoman who's doing business with him, and this was given as a gift, maybe as a form of da'wah or whatever it is. But a lot of people are outraged that something as significant as the cloth of the Kaaba is being given to somebody that has been proven to be a child abuser. You can see a lot of people are discussing this and outraged by it. Elon Musk is hanging on for dear life because the Epstein files shows that Elon Musk was begging it with Epstein and saying, look, I've cleared my schedule, can I come over? And Epstein was just trying to power him off, telling his admin, you know, just let him down gently, you know, just let him know. And they go, yeah, Epstein's going to be busy this weekend, yeah, but we'll let you know when we're available again, okay? And then Elon going, yeah, I didn't go there, don't lie, legacy media's behind me, it's attacking me. This guy ended up being seen as pathetic. So Mehdi Hassan goes, and then Dilly goes, have the Epstein files made you realize why they gleefully supported Israel's mass murder of Palestinian children for 2 years? Absolutely, because Epstein himself was running this grooming ring in which he invited over some of the most influential people. They went there, they were filmed in compromising positions. There's something called compromat, is compromising information collected for use in blackmailing, discrediting, or manipulating someone for political purposes. So that's exactly what was done. A lot of these guys, whether it's Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and the list goes on and on, yeah? These guys seen in compromising positions, you've seen some of their relationships break down. Some of them take very odd political positions. Is it any wonder? Sneako's really digging into Piers Morgan. Do you condemn your attendance at Epstein's parties? Do you condemn? This is drawing a parallel with Piers Morgan. When he would bring on any pro-Palestinian guests, he would first ask them this question: do you condemn Hamas?
I told him the devil, 100%. The devil himself said, I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember, the devil is...
Why would you say that? Am I the devil? What's the question again?
Somebody knows what? The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is the
Who's this question? Are you the devil?
Number 1 or 2 archangel. And the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion.
Oh my God, what a cringe interview. Why are people going the most revealing exchange? Revealing of what? That the interviewer is completely incompetent. Somebody goes, how could you bring yourself to send a part of the holiest place on earth to the filthiest place on earth? Some people just seem to leverage the deen whenever it suits them. Yeah, this was interesting. Indian Prime Minister Modi danced and sang in Israel to please Donald Trump. There was more to this. The Indian Prime Minister Modi took advice. So someone advised him to do this. Someone told the Indian Prime Minister, yeah, you gotta dance for them and sing for them. Have you heard this guy speak? Let alone singing. This guy can barely string a sentence together. And sang in Israel for the benefit of the US President, Donald Trump.
India's friend, the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. So someone goes, poor Indians, this is how the Zionists see them. Have you heard the saying, when you meet an Indian and a snake, kill the Indian first? Oh my words. Flipping it. Pool support, sir. Gotta have the pool support. Yeah. Cheap at any price. People are really rubbing it in. To Tommy Robinson, someone goes, Elon Musk posts endlessly about Pakistani grooming gangs, migrant rapists, yet he happily emailed convicted child rapist and trafficker Jeffrey Epstein 4 years after Epstein was convicted in 2008. Now he's scrambling on social media for damage control. Dilly goes, in the Muslim world, PDFs and rapists are usually shot, hanged or beheaded. In the West, PDFs and rapists become presidents, politicians, and princes. Because there was, again, more pictures of Prince Andrew, this time on his all fours, on top of what looks like a young woman. Flaming Nora. Okay, so Donald Trump is threatening to sue over this video. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's have a look.
Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, oh, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it? And what an amazing...
So Sultan Ahmed bin Sulaim, CEO of UAE's Dubai ports, writing to Epstein, a friend of mine went to the mosque in Saudi. He said, with all these terrorists, frankly, you can't tell whether the guy standing next to you is just scratching his or fiddling with the detonator button. What an odd thing to say. Yeah, UAE is definitely playing into the hands of these extremist far-right guys. Robert College in Istanbul requests help from Epstein to counter the influence of conservative Islam, Orthodox Islam. I'm seeing a lot of this. Anytime there's, you know what, the Islam is getting a bit strong here, can you guys help us out? Is it any wonder? And this guy is clearly linked with the Mossad, clearly linked with Israel. It's not even conspiratorial now. May Allah have mercy on us. There was this clip as well. Epstein chasing little girls. What a weirdo. Yeah, this was the one that I was talking about. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew. He's seen touching the woman who's unidentified and fully clothed on her stomach. Yeah, 3 million documents. And then people are saying, look, you got the American flag in the background and another woman there with other weirdos, bro. While many countries are mentioned in the Jeffrey Epstein files, the following 5 countries, along with their senior government officials, royal family members, and head of states, are closely linked to the human trafficking PDF global network. Israel, America, UK, UAE, and India. And we know the stance of all of these countries when it came to the genocide that was taking place. Is there any surprise? Yeah, this was interesting as well. Epstein named his bank account Baal. Baal is mentioned even in the Quran as well. It's a demonic being that was worshipped in ancient Israel by some Hebrews before they converted to Judaism. Mad, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, look over here. Baal. That's the name. Do you call upon the idol of Baal and abandon the best of creators? Allah, your Lord, and the Lord of your forefathers. The elites and billionaires worship Baal instead of Allah. This explains why they often portray Muslims as villains. Allahu Akbar. So I've seen this a couple of times as well. Some ritualistic sacrifice involving the Bush family of, lobbing off someone's feet and that sort of stuff. I don't know, I haven't verified it, but I've seen it a few times. Then they're saying 2009, this girl was filmed claiming she had attended the exclusive elite party and then she vanished. It's crazy. Alright guys, a lot to digest with what I've mentioned already, and inshallah if there are more updates or anything else, I'll let you know. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.